Now, how nervous would you be if you were back at school and you had to give a talk in front of a huge company like Microsoft? Well, this has happened to a group of students from Saltash Community School who were asked to give a presentation. So let's find out more about this from our reporter Debbie McCrory, who's up at Saltash today. So what happened, Debbie?
Well, this is some tale to tell, I can tell you. It's very, very exciting. It's all down to teacher Scott Wheatprecht, who is with me this morning. But before we talk about that, saltash.net, that's the name of the school. That's a strange name.
It's to do with the fact that we are so into using technology to enhance pupils' learning, so the .net was sort of a natural progression from that.
And that's come true now because obviously the biggest global company in the world, Microsoft, are now following you. Tell us why. Tell us the tale.
It all started last summer when I got invited to Microsoft HQ in Reading to do a summer camp, and they introduced me to some of their products that we could use in education. And one of the ones they're offering was Microsoft 365, and I just thought it would be brilliant in my classroom. So when I came back to school, we started using it, and I got all my classes to sort of have a go with it and see if they enjoyed it and found it could benefit their learning. And a group of 6 of them came to me and said that this is brilliant, it's really helping us collaborate and learn together. Can we learn more about it? And that's when the OffPerts were born, I guess.
So the OffPerts came out of the fact that all these guys here, morning chaps, get to you in just a sec, obviously really wanted to learn, found this fantastic. You set up a sort of Facebook, Twitter page, and oh, lo and behold, somebody goes, hello.
Yeah, it was brilliant, really. To start with, it started quite slow. We set up our own website on Facebook and Twitter, and more people started following us, and we became aware that some of the people following us were the big global sort of Microsoft companies and their big Twitter accounts, and they were asking us questions and putting different schools in contact with us, and then that's sort of when we got invited to present at their big launch event in Reading.
So let me talk to number one here. What's your name?
Isaac.
Isaac, when you found out that Microsoft said we'd like you to come up and do a presentation, what did you think?
Well, I was quite amazed actually, because they're like one of the biggest companies out there of stuff, and so when I went up there I was just amazed because there's loads of technology and other companies up there.
So what did they like about you? Number 2, who's you?
Jack.
Jack, you really loved this trip, didn't you? What did you have to do for your presentation to them? That must have been really scary.
Yeah, it was a bit. We had to prepare a lot, and it was quite difficult. And all we had to do was we had to talk about 365 and everything that is about it. So I was sites, and I had to explain about sites, how to use it, and how it will help education.
So it's quite incredible, really. They've put out this product, and then you're critiquing it for them. And you're aged what?
13.
And you, Isaac?
12.
So when you went up, what did they want to know? Did they want to know what you thought of it?
They wanted to know how it will help education in schools.
And what did you say to them?
Well, we said, yeah, it's very useful for education and it can help in lots of different ways.
Okay. And what's your name?
My name's Max.
Max, what did you think about it? Do you like using it?
I love it. I think it's very helpful with my learning.
What's it going to help you to do?
It helps me in many ways to collaborate with other people in the class. And if I didn't understand my homework, I could just go straight onto Office 365 and ask my teacher for some help instead of going in the next day and asking him.
Oh, I see. So it's that immediate. So it's like an instant message thing. You're stuck on something and you can message your teacher.
Yeah.
It must be amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's very helpful.
Okay, so who did what at the presentation? I'd like to know. Who had to stand up first? Oh, what's your name?
Jack.
Jack, you had to stand up first. Gulp. Yeah. You okay?
Yeah, I was actually very nervous because I had to introduce us, and nerves really went through me. But as I stepped onto the stage, I realised, it's just a presentation, but I have to pull through.
And how many were in the room? It was a proper stage with lights and everything, and
there was about 150 Microsoft experts.
150?
Yes.
My goodness me. So you introduced. Who came next?
It went Max then.
Then Max, yep.
Yeah.
So you did your bit.
Yeah, I did my bit about personalisation, which was very nerve-wracking as I was on second. It's very scary because it was like all these people who know everything. We couldn't really mess up, else they would know that we didn't know everything about it. So you
had to do your homework.
Yeah, we had to do our homework.
I mean, just back to Scott here, the teacher. These are the biggest brains in the world, and your pupils have just gone up and impressed them.
Yeah, the feedback that we got afterwards, and we suddenly went from, I think we had sort of 60, 70 followers, we doubled it, trebled it overnight. It was just incredible, the feedback, and they've been really impressed since, and they've been brilliant at keeping in contact with us as well, and checking how we're doing and seeing how they can help us take the product further.
I mean, school has changed so much since I went. I mean, it's just a completely different animal now. So the instance, the way that they can contact you if they're stuck, which means you can carry on doing something in another room and then respond to them that quickly?
Yeah, it's for me, the reason I like the product so much was that it breaks down the walls of the classroom, so I don't have to sit in a classroom, teach them for an hour and that's it for the day. I can be on Office 365 at 8 o'clock at night, 9 o'clock at night, when they should probably be in bed, but I can be on there at that time, and if they've got a problem with their homework, they can upload something and share it with me.
But doesn't that make your hours then? You're never switching off as a teacher. You're teaching normally till 4, the kids go home to their homework, then you have your evening to sort of grade, study and do bits, but now you're online all the time. Is that not taxing for you?
I now do all my marking and things online anyway, so I'm online at the same time, so I may as well be helping my students, which is something I went into teaching for anyway, and I think all the staff here are the same. We love doing it, so giving us that opportunity to do it for longer and knowing we're helping the pupils as much as we can, it's just brilliant.
And do some of you guys just get stuck on something that you really could quite work out, but you just want to get, ask teacher just to make sure? Do you?
Yeah, all the time.
Do you do it all the time?
Yeah.
Do you get some messages from Scott saying, look, now, you think you should go to bed now? It's a bit late.
Sometimes.
What was the best bit about being at headquarters? Because you've made history, haven't you? I mean, this presentation done by children has never been done before.
Yeah, that's what we were told. We were even more shocked to hear that students have never presented at Microsoft, let alone a launch event, ever before. So it was a first.
You've made history.
Yes.
Saltash is on the map.
Yeah.
So what's happening now then? So you've come away from that. What has it given you to come away with?
It's given us confidence to go out and make more OffPerts and be bigger.
Is there going to be a Lord Sugar in here anywhere? Who was the one that presented their business card to someone? What's this story? Isaac?
I thought he was just a guy that works at Microsoft, and he was actually the head of the EU company, so
you slipped him a business card?
Yeah.
There's a job waiting there, Scott, isn't there?
Yeah, we were taken on a tour by all these big names, and then we met someone we didn't really know. He shook all our hands, someone palmed him a business card, and then we found out he was in charge of Microsoft in the UK and Europe. So I think we were all in shock for about 10 minutes afterwards. We didn't quite know what
I
happened.
don't think you'll forget him now, will you?
No, not really.
So also, I hear that you had a little talk about the new Xbox that's coming out. I know my presenter back at Base, David, might be very interested in this. What was this about?
Well, we didn't really get the biggest talk in the world, but we couldn't really get a sneak peek or anything. They told us when it was coming out, which is the 22nd of May, but that's just a launch. But we didn't really get much info on it, which was quite disappointing.
So all you guys now are looking towards careers in sort of this industry?
Yeah, I would like to work at Microsoft because they have free food.
Is that all it was about, the free food?
Yeah.
Isaac, you're terrible. What would you like to do, Max?
I would like to just walk around at a big place.
Yeah.
Just know people, really important people.
And what about career-wise? Do you want to be a techie?
I wouldn't.
Create programs?
That would be fun.
Yeah.
But
Well, you should be very proud of these guys, Scott. They're quite incredible. As I said, made history. The Saltash.net school, first school ever to go up to a board meeting of executives of a global company.
Yeah, they're brilliant. They've done me really proud. I was smiling I had to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I didn't even mind. I was smiling all day. They were brilliant. And yeah, I think their favourite thing was the fact they could just walk up to fridges throughout the building and grab a drink, and it's free, yeah.
Oh, there you go. That doesn't happen at the BBC, I can tell you. It's one tea bag for the 10 of us. Well done, guys. Fantastic to meet you all. That's some story, David, isn't it? That they could go to the biggest global company in the world and impress them. Well done, Saltash
And get
School.
free food. Fantastic. Lovely. Thank you. What a great little story that is. And there's more online if you would like to go and check out what the guys are up to. You can go and visit their website, which is nice and simple. If you just click in the www.offperts.com, you can find out all about what they're doing. Look, we're going to be talking